This video was developed to help you understand and navigate the Quality Improvement Fund grant process. So, if you're interested in improving an educational program at your tertiary education institute in collaboration with the private sector, then this is the right address for you to follow. Before you start, you should expect a process of up to 7 months from the call for the preliminary proposals to the time of grant notification. You need to carefully read the funding instructions announced in the concept note and mentioned in the QIF operational manual. Usually, QIF offers a variety of grants windows. Take your time to determine which window meets your needs and make sure you're ready to get this road trip started. The preliminary proposal phase shall commence upon disseminating the QIF concept note and announcing the call for proposal, which will invite all eligible TEIs to submit preliminary proposals targeting specific categories. To be eligible to apply, each applicant institution must be accredited by the Accreditation and Quality Assurance Commission, ACAC, and have an active quality assurance unit. Once you've decided to apply, you'll need to prepare, jointly with the private sector and optionally with other TEIs, a preliminary proposal using online application. You can download this application from www.calpcu.ps. This preliminary proposal shall follow the template in the QIF operational manual and any other requirements by the QIF board. By the end of month 1, QIF unit shall receive the preliminary proposals from TEIs, after which they will proceed in processing the applications according to the internal screening sheet. Evaluation shall be made by QIF board members, who usually take into account areas of specialization and manage conflict of interest, and ensure the fair and unbiased evaluation of an application, and get 2 points of views, the academic and private sector. By the 3rd week of month 2, QIF board, through the Projects Coordination Unit, PCU, will notify applicants with the decisions of the board regarding the preliminary proposals. Those who are deemed as complete will be asked to start preparing the full proposals. Congratulations! You have successfully passed the preliminary phase, and you are halfway away from the awarding. You'll be given 2 months to prepare and submit the full proposal. By the first 2 weeks of month 5, QIF team will receive the full proposals and then will send them to external selected peer reviewers to be evaluated using the score sheet designed for this purpose. Upon receiving the evaluation reports from the reviewers, the PCU team will then review and make preliminary ranking to the QIF board. Towards the beginning of month 7, a QIF board meeting will take place to validate the results. And there are 4 possible outcomes to QIF board review of any application of QIF grant. 1. Approval for funding at the level requested. 2. Approval for funding at a level not requested. The discussion of level of funding does not imply that the grant will be approved by the QIF board. 3. Provisional approval that will require minor revisions in the application. And 4. Approval denied. In that case, a written reason will be given to the institution. The applicant may send an appeal within 2 weeks from the notification letter. QIF board will decide on appeals acceptance and rejection based on the TEI argument and the available funds. In case of acceptance, the proposal will be sent to another external reviewer, who will review the proposal and give the final decision. Generally speaking, no later than 3 months after the application deadline, a letter of notification is sent to the prospective institutions, informing QIF board's decision in regard to the rejection or approval of an award. It's been a long journey. It's about 7 months since you submitted the application, and you're ready to receive your awards. But before that can happen, all pre-award issues must be resolved, which is what we call the negotiation phase, after which the PCU office moves into the process of signing the grant's implementation agreement, GIA. The GIA is the formal legally binding contract that sets out the rights and obligations of the ministry and the beneficiary with regard to the funding of QIF grants. Project's implementation will commence upon signing of the GIAs. Grantees are responsible for managing the day-to-day operations of their grants. The PCU office will monitor grants to identify potential problems and areas where technical assistance might be necessary. This active monitoring is accomplished through review of reports and correspondence from the grantee, audit reports, site visits, and other information available to the PCU. Part 2. Purpose and nature of QIF grants. In order to have a better chance to qualify for a grant, you'll need to fulfill the grant's priorities and requirements and have a good understanding of the purpose and nature of the QIF grant. This is important. The QIF board, while processing applications, will only consider applications that meet all the content priorities and at least one of the following process priorities. What are the content priorities? Develop higher education programs in fields relevant to labor market needs. Develop strong partnerships between TEIs and the private sector. Actively monitor quality of programs in terms of employer satisfaction. What are the process priorities? Develop partnership programs with local, regional, and global TEIs. Develop partnership with the public sector. Enhance the capacity to seek alternative funding sources and generate additional income. In addition, each proposal needs to include the following component priorities: life skill component, enhancement of teaching and learning processes related to the developed program, student supervision and mentoring component, and monitoring and control system for quality assurance. Usually, QIF grant offers two windows for applications. Window 1. Technical production professional areas such as health, construction-related fields, engineering, ICT-related fields, and other programs as detailed in the QIF operational manual. And Window 2. Business and humanities professional areas such as services, tourism, hotel management, and food catering, business administration, and other programs as detailed in the QIF operational manual. However, both windows are alike in almost all requirements and obligations, except for the maximum percentage of equipment and furniture category, which is 40% for Window 1 and 30% for Window 2. While preparing the project budget, you should carefully consider categories of expenditure that are eligible for financing under QIF: equipment and furniture, scientific journals and books, local and international consultants, local and overseas fellowships and internships, overseas study tours, local training and workshop logistics, operations and maintenance. While categories that are not eligible include construction or renovation of buildings, paying persons concurrently paid by the government, contributing to the endowment or general fund of a tertiary institution, student financial aid, e.g. tuition, procurement of vehicles. It's important to keep in mind that the maximum fund requested for international consultants and visiting scholars from overseas should not exceed 20% of the total project's budget. The minimum TEI in-kind contribution is 10% of the requested QIF grant. Usually, the maximum duration for a project implementation is 36 months. Fund ceiling may vary according to type of TEI, university or college and number of partnering TEIs, and as stated in each cycle concept note. Finally, institutions are obliged to declare in case they receive funds from other donors targeting the same program. PCU team is the main reference for any inquiries regarding QIF grants and is in charge of managing the technical and fiduciary aspects of grant implementation. The PCU wishes best of luck to you.